Hi, nice to have you back. Let's continue on our journey. This will be fun. In the last part, some mistakes were made. I do apologize, but I will show you how to fix them. This does not affect you if you are just watching the videos and do not work along or work with the Panda Base in general. You see, the problem is, the Panda Base is so well made, it is too well made for the CATS plugin. Let me show you what I am talking about. We can see here, the model we are working on right now on the right side. It has the Panda Base, but we have used the Fix Model tool from the CATS plugin. On the left side I have imported a fresh Panda Base and did just put the dress on because of obvious reasons. As you can see in the middle of the chest, for example, we have the breast root bone. This is one of the bones I have seen disappear after using the Fix Model button. I am just showing the difference I can observe here after fixing the model and not fixing the model. It is still possible to use the Fix Model function, but when working with this base it is better to turn every check mark unchecked. Now if you did work along with this tutorial or are working with the Panda Base and made the same mistake, don't worry. I will show you how I think I fixed the problem. We are going to use the same techniques we already used in parts 1 and 2, so it should be fine. I did just import the Panda original base again. Since I did not make any height or scaling adjustments to it, everything fits perfectly on it, so we can barely see it after importing. I am going to delete the armature we worked with before. Since we fucked that up, we don't want it anymore. Haha. We also want to delete the hair. Since we deleted the armature, we also deleted the bones that came with the hair. We also have to delete the skin body mesh we worked with. This is because we are going to weight paint the stuff we added to the new imported skin body mesh. I'm making sure I did not delete the wrong body mesh. Now, as you can watch in the previous part, we are going to delete the already existing vertex groups and the attached armature. Then we use the DataTransfer technique again to attach meshes without armature. I'm going to speed this up a little bit. Again, I apologize if you are trying to work along this tutorial and have to do this again. Not every base is the same. Most bases I worked before were just fine with fixing the model. I am pretty sure it would have worked, but after this we are working with the base as it is intended to be, and I think that is something we should try to achieve. Make sure to uncheck everything in the Fix Model menu before fixing it. We need to import the hair again. By deleting the armature, we also did delete the bones attached to the hair. After re-importing the hair, I am just resizing it as we already did. Sculpt it a little but fit the head, and we can go on with the next step. Attach it via the Merge Armature tool again. Now I want to talk about the Optimization and Decimation tool for a moment. Since this is a tutorial I try to make for people who want to dip into creating their own editions of avatars and to keep it beginner friendly, this is nothing we are going to focus on right now. Please keep in mind avatar optimization is very important, and even the VRChat documents state that at some point there will be harder regulations on what you can upload in terms of performance. If you want to make a Quest compatible avatar, you need to reduce the tries now via the decimation tool. I put the link for the different performance rankings and limitations under the video if you want to check that out. In the future there will be a video about avatar optimization. Watch out for that one if you are interested. Now to the next part. Joining meshes and organizing material slots. I figured I wanted to give the Bini 2 different materials to have it have 2 different colors and even textures if we wanted. Right now it has only one material attached to it, so we have to separate the mesh by loose parts. We now have 2 meshes and have to rename them accordingly. Both meshes use the same material right now. We gonna change that. Click the minus button to delete the attached material and add a new one by clicking the plus button. Double-click to rename it. Always try to have material names organized. After that, select both meshes via shift-click and click Join Selected Meshes. Make sure to rename the joined mesh if you have to afterwards. Check the material slots again if everything is still the way we want it. I am going to rename the meshes and the materials properly and add missing textures like the choker and the fishnet. To add the fishnet material, I did separate the meshes. You don't have to, you can just click on the correct material slot and change the texture there. It is up to you how you want to do that. You can also just leave the materials blank in Blender because we are going to redo them in Unity anyways. After organizing all mesh names and material names, I am selecting all the meshes I do not want to have a toggle for later on in the game. So for this avatar I want to make a toggle for the choker and for the fishnet, just so I can show you the basics of toggling things on and off. To be able to do that the way I know of, we have to keep said meshes separate from the main body mesh. The main body mesh we want to join to have a better performance. I'm fixing the model one last time before exporting. I made sure to uncheck all the check marks in the fixing settings. When exporting, a message maybe show up informing you about the avatar stats. First thing, we have too many polygons. We could reduce them via the decimation tool. As for now, we are fine with this. As I said, I want to keep this beginner friendly, so don't worry about this now too much. But keep in mind to reduce it later or only use heavy avatars in private settings. Personally, I opt for a at least medium to good avatar to use in public worlds. To be honest though, not too many people as for right now seem to care for this in-game. They either disable seeing your avatar or just don't care. That is just my personal opinion here. Also keep in mind to check the link under the video about optimization rankings. As for this tutorial avatar, it is not able to be seen on Quest only. Always keep that in mind. I'm showing the stats for my current public avatar right now, as well as a quick picture I took from it to show you that good optimized avatars can still look decently good. Next problem it states are the materials. We should not have more than 4 materials, it says. Believe me when I say I have seen avatars with more than 50 materials. Here is a screenshot I made of an avatar I saw in a public word. You cannot see this by default. You have to have no SAFTA settings activated at all to be able to see this avatar at all. You can maybe start to make your own opinions about avatar optimization now. Last info we have here is the meshes. You are advised to only use one mesh. However, as you have been able to see in the screenshot before, you certainly can have more. Try to have as less as possible to keep it lightweight in terms of performance. So far so good. Click Export, name the file and save the FBX file to where you can find it again. We are done in Blender for this part of the series. I hope it was helpful in a way for beginners out there. Feel free to ask questions or suggest other videos. I am very sorry for the fuck up with the base model armature. To be honest, it is the first time for me to use the new physical bone updated version of this beautiful base, and as I am no expert, I am still learning by doing this. Things maybe need a bit of a fix here and there. Haha. Thanks for watching. Hope you learned something. Next part we will get started in Unity. And set everything up to upload the avatar to VR chat from there. I am hyped to show you. Let's go.